moments ago. We understand that Jerry Lawler has bruised ribs and King Lawler that just came in a few moments ago. We understand that Jerry Lawler has bruised ribs and the King Lawler.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of your WWE Roundup. I am your host, and as you could see this evening, it's just myself and Alex because John has had to work later with obviously with being over the festive period. How are you doing, Alex?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. I mean, I had a busy-ish day at work. That was basically about it.
Nice, mate. You know what? Like, I normally have Sunday and Monday off, obviously, because that's my days off. But obviously, Christmas week, I've only had today off and then back to work tomorrow, which is fine because obviously it's Christmas week. There's not much you can do about it. So let's just cut right into the chase about Monday Night Raw. So the show opens with a Gunther promo from obviously the aftermath of a Saturday Night Main Event, which we've all profusely talked about and everything else. And then he came out, runs his mouth and runs his promo about what he could do, what he can't do, and how he's a better man. And saying that, if memory serves me correctly, Alex, he said that John Cena was his bitch, if that's right.
No, what he actually said was he made John Cena tap like a bitch.
Yes, there we are. So I know we've glossed over this match so many times and over the course of the previous weeks and everything else. But what was your thoughts on the promo its actual self and the way he got? I know we've spoke about the heat that he's getting and the heat he doesn't deserve for what happened after the match, how the way the fans gave him after the match as well.
Yeah. I think for me, yeah, Gunther is a heel whether you love him or hate him. I mean, we've already discussed this. I'm not the biggest Gunther fan myself.
Yep.
But the length that the fans went after the Cena match was uncalled for.
100%.
That kind of behaviour did not have to happen. Because at the end of the day, that was Cena's plan right from the start.
100%. Like, I don't.
But his promo on Monday, probably say it was his best promo work.
Yes, I agree, mate. Best promo work I've seen from him in a long
he's
time.
getting the heat off it.
Yeah.
He'd get booed out of the building, but love him or hate him, after a match like that, you have to be on your A game for promos, and he brought it.
Yeah.
When he delivered that promo, it was delivered beautifully.
100%. Delivered it the way that it needed to be delivered and everything else like that. And as you say, like, we both don't like, and we can't change that as fans the way it was. And that, as we've already spoke off camera before we came on, that the fact that this was always seen as plan, and like we didn't, and like others have said, we didn't feel that Gunther was the right man to basically how should we put it, defeat Cena, because he's established. But I get why Cena did it, and obviously, yeah, fair play to him and everything else. He's touched base on this, and because obviously he was on the What Do You Want to Talk About podcast with Cody Rhodes, and I have watched that, and it gave you an insight. It's over an hour and a half long, but it gave you an insight in the fact that anytime Cody normally does his podcasts with any star or whoever it is, it's normally on his tour bus. But Cena insisted when he did this podcast with Cody that it was actually at the Nightmare Factory, which I thought, that is class. You know what I mean? I know WWE like have a say in, because it's scripted and stuff, and because it's filtered by WWE, even though it's on YouTube. But the fact that John wanted to actually have it there, and they discussed like everything leading up to whatever else and that, and it's just like, wow. And I thought it was a nice touch. So first match of the evening was obviously the Usos versus the New Day. Obviously, the Usos beat the New Day, and again, very happy to actually physically see the New Day in an actual match rather than backstage segments, because I've seen it for weeks and months leading up to it. I'm thinking, is all like, we know what the New Day can do? I know they're heels, and I love them as heels, right? And I think the change from them being with the booty O's and everything else that they've done, I think the change to them being the heel was great, but for not seeing them for a while and just being in backstage segments, I think have been wasted. But this is what, the second week now that they've had a match on TV. I thought the match was a very, very good match going up against tag team that they fought before. I think they fought, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure Potato or whoever it was on commentary said that they've wrestled like 46 times before as a tag and stuff. And I'm like thinking, wait a minute, what? Wow. But to see them both going up against each other again, which was good, but you're still getting that snippet of touches as well with the Usos where there is looking likely that that heel turn is coming, but it's just when it happens as well. Your thoughts, my friend?
Like you said, I'm actually glad that the New Day ran a match a second week in a row.
Yeah.
I was kind of bored of seeing them all in backstage segments,
Mm-hmm.
and I do agree that they have been wasted
Yes.
for all these weeks. But I'm also happy to see the Usos back in tag team action.
Oh yeah. As much as we could see
The Usos and New Day. Obviously, we all know the rivalry they've had. They've battled back and forth to win and lose tag team titles to each other.
Yeah.
But that was a brilliant match.
100%, mate. I can't
I mean,
fault
it's
it.
like the feud never stopped.
Yeah, totally. It's like the feud's not got, like the feud that they had, it's like they've put a back burner on it, but it's like it's not, it's still there, if you know what I mean. It's like it's not gone anywhere.
Yeah.
It's like like what they do is they build a story. Right, okay, if they're involved in another program that with someone else, the way that Triple H is doing stuff in creatively, which I think is great, that story could be put to a back burner if they're doing something else. But then when they feature against each other again, like they did, you could tell that the rivalry between the four of them is still there, which is great, if you know what I mean. Now, moving on, I've got a lot to speak about NXT. I very much, and I'm assuming you do too, with what happened in NXT. Match number 2 of the evening was obviously Maxine Dupree versus Ivy Nile. Now, was this for her? Because now she is the Intercontinental Championship. Was this for her belt? Because I can't actually remember.
Yes, it was.
Yes, I couldn't remember. So this is this would be Maxine's first defense then of
Yes.
having that belt. And no, was there involvement from a certain someone, or was that on the stuff that's already been pre-taped for next week?
I'm pretty sure that's been pre-taped.
Pre-taped for next week, right? No, what I thought. First defense going up against Ivy now. I love Ivy. I love both, but it's good to see that they're trusting Maxine with this belt, and letting her. Yes, there was controversy when it happened and whatever else, and stuff like that. So, but Becky is just doing her heel work so well, the way that we're getting others and how she's going on backwards and forwards on like Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it now. But I think this was a really good match, but it sets up for obviously what happens next week, because I've seen, so I don't want to spoil too much because obviously we're not back for a while. But I've seen stuff, and like yourself, Alex, I know you have, because because they tape things,
People
you've got
spoil things.
you've got the folk that are out there that just don't want to, and I get why they do it now, and the pre-tape the pre-tape shows ahead, because before they would work so much over the festive period. But the way under the current regime is, they get time to spend with their family over the festive period, which I think is great to see. Yeah, they maybe got 1 or 2 days, but I think the way it works now is they get more time over this time of year to spend with the families. Oh, Oliver has popped in the comments and said hi. Hi, Oliver.
Hey, Ollie.
I'm assuming he is playing FIFA. I don't know what he's doing on FIFA, but I know he's doing something on FIFA. It's probably the Evos, because it's winter wildcards and everything else, and that's all he's talked about when we were coming back up the road from the panel I was at and stuff. But your thoughts on the Maxine Dupree and Ivy Nile match?
Well, first off, it's kind of weird we seeing Ivy Nile with her hair actually down.
Yes.
She looks so much better.
Totally.
The match for Maxine's first title defense, it was actually really good. I mean, yeah, Maxine did pull a couple of botches here and there, but
yeah,
it didn't stop the match from being actually really good.
100% agree. Now, this match, let me see. Stephanie McCare versus Raquel Rodriguez. Fuck me. Rodriguez, yes. Now, this match ended in a no contest because a certain Miss Bella got involved. Do you want to elaborate before I go off on my tangent of what I think about this?
This interference did not need to happen.
Totally agree.
The match itself was actually really good. The chemistry between Stephanie Vaquer and Raquel Rodriguez was just bouncing off the two of them. And then Nikki Bella gets involved.
Yes.
Rose Raquel head first into the steel steps, which gives her a massive bump on her head.
So then she is now concussed.
She's got an actual golf ball on her head.
Yep.
I think this was after she threw Stephanie into the ring post.
Yeah, that's right, mate. You're 100% correct.
Like I said, the match was just getting to that point where it was getting really good.
Yeah.
And then Nikki Bella ruins it.
And then that then puts Raquel, because what she's done with that then puts Raquel in concussion protocol because of that. And I'm thinking, right, I get she's not trying to take anything away, but she's not the wrestler she once was. And she's trying to, the way she came out and everything else, but then did she not do a promo after what had happened and try to tell them, you need to remember who I am? And I'm thinking,
I don't think it was an actual promo. I think it's when she was going back up the ramp.
Yeah. And I'm like thinking, well, look, I get what you're saying. You've just botched this and everything else, and we know botches happen. But I'm thinking, and me and John have spoke about this, and I'm thinking to myself, what the actual fuck? And I know from what I've seen that if she's right, because they're talking about protocol and everything else. And because obviously stuff's been pre-taped, I think she's meant to be in a match next week on Raw, but that'll not happen because of this concussion stuff, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I'm like thinking, wait a minute, what the fuck? But I'm not saying she's a bad worker. I think she's lost the step from where she is, but to do that and then go up the ramp and mouth off and say, yes, it's shown her heel tendencies because they've turned her heel and everything else, but I just didn't think any of it was needed as well, if you know what I mean. If that makes sense. Right, so main event of the evening was Rey Mysterio versus Logan Paul. Let's go for it. Take us away, and we can add in everything else that went in between. I'll let you give your, because we spoke about this before we came on, so that's why I thought I'll let you start with it.
Because I know last week we were talking about hopefully Rey Mysterio would kick Logan Paul's ass.
Yes.
That didn't happen.
I know it didn't, mate.
Because a certain masked individual curb stomped Rey Mysterio when Rey Mysterio's going for the brass knucks.
Yep.
And I get why the interference happened.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how I feel about Logan Paul.
Yeah.
I can't stand him. I can't stand his stupid brother. And I
I
know
mean,
his brother's got nothing to do
I'm
with
sorry,
WWE.
right? I'm glad, right, whilst we're talking about this, I am fucking glad Anthony Joshua fucking beat him. I am so... Yes, he's got a broken jaw and everything else. That
That's
faces
right.
the matter, mate, right? Yes, he came out with gear to commemorate Hogan and stuff, if you know what I mean, and all that
Yeah.
just. Fair enough. But, mate, I didn't see it, but I've seen clips, but it just looked like I'm thinking, wait a minute.
It's like Jake Paul was running away.
Yes, and you can see it.
And
When he eventually
because
got
Anthony
that,
Joshua could have ended that in round 1.
he could have done, but he didn't. Which is fair play to Joshua for being the man he is, for the integrity of boxing and everything else, if you know what I mean. I know we're going off topic now, but like you, right? Getting back to this, I so wanted Rey Mysterio to kick his fucking ass, but he didn't. And this certain person intervened, curb stomped. Then this certain individual got revealed, and yes, we were all right. We all said that it was Mr. Austin Theory, but we spoke about this before we came on. Now, my gripe with this was, right, yes, he curb stomped. He didn't reveal himself at ringside, right? He's now apparently meant to be part of the Vision. So he then goes back to the crowd and then pulls that off. And I'm like, called it. But why? If they're saying that yes, he is meant to be part of this faction of the Vision, why did he unveil himself in the crowd? And why did him and Logan Paul look like they were having a stare-off contest? As much to say, what the fuck and why is this happening? If you know what I mean. That was my only gripe with it. But is this building towards something else? Going down further, obviously, because we know matches have been thingied, and we'll speak about that later. But I'm happy that it's been revealed and we were all right. But I would still feel there's still, because remember, the second masked man still hasn't been revealed yet, because there was two, remember?
Yeah.
So could it still be a ruse that when the second masked man actually eventually gets unveiled, that they will unveil that as Seth, and then Seth will bring down the Vision with others, if you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just putting it out there, but Ollie has came back in the comments and goes, I fucking told you it was Theory.
No, we told you, Ollie.
Yeah, we did, but I think he's meaning others.
Get it right.
I think he was like, because his other pals that obviously watch, right, and stuff. I think this is what he's meaning, and they're like, no, it's this person, it's that person. He's like, no, it's Austin Theory. And
it was way too predictable when he claimed that cage at Survivor Series.
Yeah, it was, mate, because nobody else can claim the cage like that. You know what I mean?
I don't know, Montez Ford could claim that cage.
He could, but that's what I originally thought, and then I'm thinking, looking at the way he's done the curb stomp, and when that happened at Survivor Series, I'm thinking, that can only be him. But is it him? Oh, fucking, all right, wait a minute, okay. Always come back in before we ask about match tonight and then move on to NXT. I have a theory about Theory. Oh, fucking hell. Jesus Christ. Because I think there is two more other masked men, and one of them will be Ford, and the last one will be Seth. I concur. I agree. I agree. Mate, that would make sense if
that would make a hell of a lot of sense.
I would, if Seth is going to eventually come back because he got disbanded from the Vision, they're making it look like Logan Paul is now the leader.
But here's the thing: if the third one is Seth, could he be destroying the Vision from within?
That's exactly it. He's got obviously Theory and Ford as his two masked men acting on his behalf. And they join, but then
this masked men faction could be something bigger. Like, it's not
Yes.
just those three.
It could be bigger than what it is.
Yes.
I'm liking this from you and Ollie. Wow. Do you have a match or a promo of the evening or a backstage segment of the evening from Monday Night Raw?
Usos New Day. Easy.
100%, mate. Totally agree. Totally agree. Right. Moving on to NXT. This is my bugbear, and it's the very first match. Blake Monroe, North American Championship versus Thea Hale. Okay, before we get to who won, right? Because obviously this is where the controversy is, right? Obviously, yeah. Okay, Thea Hale won, right? Bugger it. Thea Hale won. So there was a lot of confusion within this.
Yes.
Why is my hand up? My hand is up on Zoom, apparently. What the fuck? Apparently my hand's up on Zoom and I've not touched anything. Lower hand, there we go. No idea how that happened, but
Maybe
anyway.
you're just waving at the fans.
I know, that's what I mean. I'm like, I'd seen it come up in the corner. I'm like, I've not touched him. I've been fucking here. So, yes, there's a lot of controversy because obviously when she won, it was like everything along with it. It was like it was a total botch, right? And I don't know if Blake didn't kick out properly, but because where it was, and then the fact that the referee counted 3, then Blake's music hit, then Thea's music hit, and I'm sitting there thinking, I seen the ref count 3, Blake's music hit, and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Thea Hale's just won this match, but technically she clearly wasn't meant to, obviously, if you're looking at it like that.
Yeah. Because Blake Monroe was meant to win that match.
She was, and there was a lot of stuff that had been done in the process creatively that they've now had to rewrite as well because of what's happened. Now, I don't know where the fault is, whether it's the ref, or the ref's just doing his job, because Monroe doesn't kick out when she's meant to, and you see her alluding to say to Thea,
It could have been a fault within Blake Monroe.
Yeah.
Because if that was the point she was meant to kick out, then she should have kicked out.
Or if she was meant to kick out when she was meant to, because the ref was on point, counting 1, 2, and he wasn't going too fast, and she could have, whether, I don't know if she was winded or whatever, but she could have easily at that point, even just somehow, if she didn't kick out, just threw Thea off her, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
No, what, happy for Thea Hale, but for her to get her title this way and everything else because of what's going on, it takes away. And I know there was stuff backstage because of what happened, and she wants a rematch and everything else. But I'm looking forward because what's happening with the referee and her not kicking out when she was meant to. I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes. But I just thought to myself, to open with this and to have so many botches, I was just like, wait a minute, what the fuck? Don't get me wrong, it was a good match until everything else at the end happened, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I could see that rematch happening at New Year's Evil.
Yeah.
The rematch for the North American title, I think it was.
Yeah, North American title. So, Ollie's came back in, right, and said, this was not supposed... Thea was not supposed to win the match, but after she delivered her elbow to Blake, it winded her, and she couldn't get her arm up in time, so the ref had to count to 3. That's how she is now the champion. And okay, we'll put it back to you. Are you happy she's champion because of the way it happened, Ollie? Or would you like to see the match go on longer to get to the outcome where that Blake would still be the champion but continue the feud with Thea, which we're going to get anyway?
I would have preferred the match went on longer.
I would have preferred it went on longer, mate, but it's because of what happened, if you know what I mean. That's my only bugbear about it, if you know what I mean. Like, a brilliant match because they're 2 brilliant workers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So good at what they fucking do.
And also the stuff that Thea Hale's doing with Joe Hendry as well.
Mate, honestly, wow. Kudos, and obviously, yes, Ollie's got to work on that. Sorry, dude. He has to work on his Joe Hendry shit because he's cosplaying as Joe Hendry when we go to FTLO in February. So he has to get his shit on point for that. Well,
does that mean he'll appear right behind us?
Probably, mate. But I don't, because obviously we know that the BEC arena is cold. He is not doing it in Know How Joe Wears His Trunks. So he's going to come out when Joe comes out as if Joe's doing a promo. So in the chinos, in the shirt, and walked into the ring that way and stuff. So now the next one was a Moose promo, which I really enjoyed this promo actually, for him saying that he's coming for Ethan Page's title. I'm really, really looking forward to seeing how this pans out when this match happens, potentially at New Year's Evil. I don't know about you, Alex, but to see Moose, I've seen him before. I've seen him when he was at 5 Star. I've seen him in TNA, but oh, he was surprised when she won, but I think she thinks Blake should still have the belt.
Yeah, I do agree on that one. But,
I do agree.
As for Moose showing up to challenge Ethan Page, I thought Moose showing up was a surprise, but that match could be amazing at New Year's Evil.
Oh yeah, 100%, mate. Both of them together, wow.
And think of the chemistry they'll have in that ring.
Oh, 100%. And then we get, oh, excuse me, Jesus Christ, Bob. Too much gas. Hank and Tank versus OTM. And obviously Hank and Tank win this match. Take us away, Alex.
I thought this was a pretty decent match between the Hank and Tank and OTM. There was a part of me thinking OTM was going to win it near the end.
Yeah.
And then Hank and Tank pull out all the stops to get the win. I'm not gonna lie, I mean, I wasn't a fan of Hank and Tank to begin with, but they're starting to win me over with the things they've done, especially the stuff they've. I think it's them that did the segments with Joe Hendry as well.
Yes.
In the ring.
100%, mate. That's the right, because was it not when they were going up against Dark State and they needed another partner and they said say his name and like they mentioned him, and when they were doing the stuff with Dark State and Dark State's like, don't
Joe
you
Hendry,
fucking dare.
And then next thing you know, Joe Hendry standing on the apron.
Yeah. Honestly, I agree. Like, I wasn't over enamored with them, like Hank and Tank, but to see that happening, I was like, oh, this is interesting. But I could still see this going further forward with them. And okay, apparently I fucked up. Moose versus Ethan Page is not at New Year's Eve, according to Ollie. Okay, when is it then, you little monster? Because I thought like you, it was at New Year's Eve. But apparently not according to Ollie. Right, Ricky Saints promo. Take us away again, Alex.
Yeah, the promo from Ricky Saints, I have to give it to him. This was a well-delivered promo. And also, this is linked to the transition of Ricky Saints being a heel.
Yes.
I think he's setting up another match with Oba, I think.
Yeah, he is, mate. 100%.
Like New Year's Evil. Because it currently stands 1-1 between the two of them. I do believe the loser of that match, I think this is happening at New Year's Evil, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're right, mate.
The loser of this match is automatically getting called up to the main roster. But I think that's going to be Ricky Saints that's getting called up. I think Oba's retaining his title. The promo itself, probably one of Ricky Saints' best promos.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I've seen some of the stuff he did in like early AEW days as a heel. But obviously, we all know where I stand in AEW now. But yeah, the promo, well delivered. one of his best, and I can't wait for New Year's Evil.
New Year's Evil is going to be amazing with some of the matches that, that have been announced. And you're right. Like Rick is saying, it's just to see that turn and the fact that he's there, but he's not flipped it totally. And I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes for when it gets to New Year's Evil.
I think that's going to spin at New Year's Evil.
Yeah,
We're going to see
100%.
full heel Ricky Saints at New Year's Evil.
So Ollie's came back and said the Moose versus Ethan Page is on the 30th of December. Because New Year's Evil is not until the 6th of January.
Well, I think we both fucked up in that one.
We did, because it's I've just found it here. It was revealed on this week's episode that Moose will challenge Ethan Page for the NXT North American Championship on December the 30th NXT television broadcast. So, okay, Ollie, you're right for once. Me and Alex are absolutely fucking wrong.
You don't hear that from us often.
No, exactly. Then we get Ren QCC versus Fatal Influence. So, Ren Sinclair. Oh, who's the other person? The other people with.
It was the Iron Survivor.
Gray. Can't remember her first name, but her. And whoever else. But obviously, Ren Sinclair and Gray won. Now, I thought,
Skylar Gray, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. I
Gray.
thought this was a very, very good match. To see them doing so well and going up against a heel team that are so over just now with Fatal Influence, and it's great to see that. Yes, obviously Ren is on the main roster with Nia Jax as her tag partner, but the fact that she's still working on NXT as well, I think is just brilliant to see that we get to see her.
Isn't Last Legend the tag partner?
Last Legend is not fucking Ren Sinclair. Fuck's sake, man. There we go. I fucked up twice now. There we go. Jesus Christ. I'll not be a podcast if I don't fuck up quite a few times. But yeah, no. I just love seeing.
Got me then. And Ollie.
And I just love seeing both of these guys working so well together. Working so well together. And it's great to see new up and coming talent getting utilised on the NXT roster also. Thoughts on the match? I'm Alex.
I think for me, easily this was match of the night. It was just the spots that they were hitting in the ring. Yep. And just the way that Skylar and Ren, the chemistry they had off each other, was working so well. I would love to see Skylar Gray on the main roster.
Oh, 100%, mate. Because
she could surprise a lot of people and
gain
some new fans while she's at it.
I think she'll be involved in the Women's Royal Rumble.
She'll be one of the surprises.
Yeah, I really do think so. And I agree with you. But then we've got, which could have been match tonight as well, but I think the women's match wins it more than this one. You've got Dion Lennox in the main event versus, say his name and he appears, Mr. Hendry, versus Leon Slater versus Miles Bourne. Now, this was, if memory serves me correctly, whoever won this match goes on to challenge Obafemi. Now, I don't know if it's next week or if it's at New Year's Evil that they go on to challenge Obafemi for the NXT.
This would be New Year's Evil.
New Year's Evil.
Because
and
there's already in fact, Obafemi doesn't have a title match at the 30th, does he?
Probably not, mate. But whoever won this anyway will face him at some point. And the winner of this match, it's no surprise that he won the match, was Mr. Slater.
Yeah.
And mate, I cannot fucking wait until his contract is up, right? Whenever it is, because it's not that far away, and he actually does the same as Joe and signs on the dotted line and joins WWE. Because I remember the first time I seen him live in TNA, and I was blown away. The fact I'm getting to see him most weeks on NXT and TNA, mate, it's frightening what this guy can do. Like, all the moves, like, and the fact that the partnership that him and Javon have as well as a tag team is just wow. And I don't think I could add any more because the match in itself, what all four, what they were all doing in that is just brilliant. But I'm happy that Leon won the match, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, the match itself was actually really good. It doesn't beat the women's match though, but
No, definitely not.
Leon Slater, he's definitely up there with Siobhan Evans.
Yeah,
Um, and like you said, the minute his contract's up and signs a WWE contract, I could see Leon and Siobhan going for the tag titles.
100%, mate. 100%, because the chemistry they've built together, and even seen it on Deadline, when even though they faced against each other, you've seen what they could do as singles competitors together, but seeing what they could do as tag is just wow. It's phenomenal, man. Right, moving on to Friday Night SmackDown. We get a Damian Priest promo to open the show. Take us away, Alex, with this promo.
I thought the promo from Damien was actually really good. I mean, also we all know the rivalry between him and Aleister Black is far from over,
100%.
and I think that comes to a head within the next couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But we all know Aleister Black was going to show up
Oh, yeah.
in the massive Hollywood kickoff, and then Aleister Black puts Damien Priest through the table.
Yep.
And I think it was later on, we seen Damien getting escorted backstage to
Yes.
medical,
Yep.
and Aleister Black still attacked him.
Yep.
I think for those two segments, they were really good. I can't wait to see how this ends.
Can't either, mate. The fact, obviously, because you've got the involvement of Selena Vega, but then obviously you've got the Rhea Ripley involvement as well, with them being the Terror Twins. I think
Yeah.
that just adds a dynamic to it even more. And like you, I can't wait to see where this ends because the chemistry they've built up in this feud is just fucking brilliant. And over the two segments, as you say, I thought, wow. And I wanted more, but I get why they didn't give us more because they're building to something bigger, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to seeing where and when it ends and we get to that final point, if you know what I mean. Then we get who I fucked up with earlier. We get the Kabuki Warriors versus Nia Jax and Lash Legend. But this was
Not
for
Ren Sinclair.
yes, not Ren Sinclair. This was not for the tag titles. Now, if memory serves me correct, obviously, Legend and Jax won the match. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I didn't expect anything else because the way they're building the story between the women's division with the Kabuki Warriors, Nia Jax, Lash, Charlotte, and Alexa, and others. I didn't expect this to go any other way. But if memory serves me correctly, there was involvement from others as well. Again, I thought, you know what? It's great to see Lash on the main roster and doing so well for herself because obviously, if you remember rightly, she is actually seeing Trick Williams in real life.
Yes.
So to see that she is on the main roster before partner is interesting, but it's good that she's getting that push and the fact that she's got a veteran to work along with, like in Nia Jackson. She could guide her if there's any for spots that she's not sure on, and she could help her through things as well. And like where the Kabuki Warriors in the match, they could help her. But just what the Kabuki Warriors can do, man. Fuck me. Honestly. They surprise me week in and week out, but I still think this turn for the Kabuki Warriors is coming with Asuka. I just don't know when, but I think it's still coming and that's going to happen.
I do think it's Kairi Sane that's going to turn against Asuka.
No, mate, that wouldn't surprise me just because what's gone on, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, I think the way that Asuka's turn started was just her being an absolute bully.
Yes.
But then again, she is playing the role of a heel, and most heels resort to these tactics.
They do. You're 100% correct. I mean,
But it gets to that point where you can only push that person so far before they snap.
Before they flip that switch, which is what I think is the way it happened with what we're going to speak about next, which was... Now, I seen this because they aired it on... They showed us it on, obviously, Friday night. So, obviously, they're showing Nick Aldis appearing at Drew's house, and Nick Aldis saying to him, right, I'll reinstate you, there's certain conditions, blah, 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 blah. And then does a certain Mr. Cody Rhodes not then turn up at his house? And they say what they say, they have that, and he wants conditions about certain things and whatever else, and Nick decides, right, fuck it, we'll give you these conditions, but if Cody touches you when these conditions are in place, he will strip him of the belt. And no, I thought this segment leading up to what's been going on with them, I thought it's been brilliant. But I thought this is one of the better segments we've seen in a while on SmackDown. The fact that they've continued with the story building that they're doing. But I can't remember the last time that we've seen a segment like this where, like, they've went to the person's house. They've then tried to kick the shit out of them at their house. Like, this reminded me... trying to put it out there, reminded me of when the stuff went on with Cena and The Miz, Jericho and Cena. It kind of reminded me of when that feud was going on a little bit, but the fact that you could tell that Drew's definitely in Cody's head.
Yes.
And because what happens later, mate, I think this switch has come in because, mate, what he says in his promo later in the evening, fuck me, wow. If you know what I mean.
We all know what's in store. We know what's
Yes,
coming.
we do, but mate, it was just
and
the
that
way
trigger's getting ready.
the way he delivered it. Like, I don't, because we'll touch on it, but the way he delivered that promo after the Julia Alba Fire match, oh my god, I was taken in, if you know what I mean. But we'll touch on that more. So, there's thoughts on the segment for you, and a little snippet of what is to come when we get to talking about the promo.
The segment itself between Drew and Nick, I thought was really good because obviously it's them agreeing on Drew's return.
Yeah.
And under certain conditions that he pays a fine and apologises to the ref.
Yeah.
Which he claimed, I think it was a couple of weeks ago.
It was a couple of weeks ago, mate, yeah.
And for then Cody to show up at Drew's house, you only show up at someone's house if you're an actual heel.
Yeah.
And that's what I believe is coming for Cody.
Yeah.
The segment itself was probably one of the best segments I've seen in a long time.
Especially for SmackDown, 100%.
You want to talk about the home invasions, you've got the Brian Pillman Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Home invasion, you've got DDP and Undertaker segment.
It's mental, mate, honestly. I'm looking forward to seeing, because we're going to touch base on it in a minute, but I'm looking forward to seeing how it continues and where it goes. And we get Julia versus Alba Fire. Obviously, Julia wins this match. Take us away, buddy.
I thought this was a real good match. I mean, the fact that we all know Alba Fire is Kaylee Ray.
Yes.
From her days in Scottish wrestling.
Yep.
And obviously, we know what she can do in the ring. She's an absolute amazing talent.
Yeah.
The match itself actually delivered.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because like I said, we know how good Kaylee Ray or Alba Fire is.
Yeah.
And also, we all know Julia picked up the win.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see Alba Fire split from Chelsea Green.
Yeah.
I think she deserves a solo run.
Yep. Totally agree with you on that, bud. The whole thing. Honestly, yeah. It's just, you know what? I think when she was with Isla Dawn, who has, I think, just joined, obviously, WWE as well, At AEW, sorry, not WWE. She left WWE to go to AEW. Fuck's sake, man.
That's 3 fuck-ups.
I know, 3 fuckers from my night. Great. We're getting... It comes in threes, mate. There we are. But I think she does need that singles run. I think it's great to see her working alongside Chelsea, but I think she needs to go on her own now and do her own thing and stuff. But like that, as you say, brilliant match against two great competitors, and I'm loving the work that both of them could do. But obviously, Julia, I'm liking seeing what Julia's doing too. But I still think there could be more added to the mix with her and Alba, but we'll see where that goes.
Yeah, I mean, I believe there's going to be a segment at some point between Chelsea and Alba.
Yep.
Chelsea basically come out and say, I don't need her. I don't need her help.
Yeah.
And then that trigger will flip and Alba fires head and she will super kick Chelsea Green. Well, she'll set up a match between the two.
Yeah. 100%, mate. I like your thinking, but I do definitely think 100% it will, as you say, happen. 100%. Right, we've already alluded to it slightly, but mate, this promo from Cody, wow. It's got the snippets of what we're wanting to happen, because the way he comes out and he says to Nick them, and he does his promo and whatever else, he says, "You do remember, I'm QB1 and everything else. I took this title off of Roman Reigns. I did this, and this. Now I don't work for you, Nick. I work for the WWE universe, and I will do what they want, not what you don't. And then you work for me." And I'm like, "Oh, you fucking wow!" I'm like, it's getting there. It's getting what we want.
Your hands back up.
I know, but mate, I'm not on Zoom. I didn't touch it. I didn't touch it. That's the thing. I did not touch anything. On it. But you know what I mean? Wow. I was just, mate, see everything he said in that promo, I was taken in. And I'm like thinking, please let this switch happen. Please let it happen soon. Because turn him heel, he goes up against Cody, Drew, fuck up number 4. He goes up against Drew in 3 stages of hell as a fucking heel. Because that match was being announced that they're going up in a 3 stages of hell match.
Yeah, but who's the babyface though?
It's got to be Drew. Turn Drew, baby. Turn Drew, baby. Give him the title. And then he gets his title and runs with that title as a baby.
Well, Drew's still not had that moment yet.
He hasn't. Not properly, mate. Like, because if you think about it, he carried the company during the COVID era.
Yeah.
Right? And everything else, because he ran with that title and he showed up every week. But he's not had that moment in front of the fans.
Then he fucked up with his cash in.
Yes, exactly, because a certain Mr. fucking, because I was there when that happened, and he got fucking punched in the puss. But Theory went to cash in, and I was like, yeah, great, but he still didn't fucking win the match, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Win
and
him in
then
Cardiff. I'm like, what the actual
and then
fuck?
Damien Priest cashed in on him within minutes.
Exactly, mate. So I think I get maybe why they don't think of stuff, but why not give him it? Because he deserves it for what he did during
He's
the
worked his
pandemic.
ass off.
During the pandemic era alone, mate, and he's rechanged the game well, rechanging his everything, if you know what I mean. And I'm like to myself, this alone, the way Cody was and the way Drew's been, mate, I'm invested in the storytelling between both, and I can't wait for this 3 stages of hell match, if you know what I mean. I really can't.
I'm just interested to see what they do in this 3
Yeah,
stages of hell match.
Exactly, mate. Like you're going to get a cage match. You're going to get a normal wrestling match, and there's going to be something else, if you know what I mean.
What if the 3rd stage is hell in a cell?
That's what I was thinking, yeah. Now that would be interesting. So your thoughts?
Both of them are going to come out of that match bloodied up.
Did you enjoy this promo? And we're getting to where we want to get to, but it's not there yet. It's almost there.
And yes, I did enjoy this promo very much. I mean, like you said, there's that snippet of Cody's heel turn with that promo.
Yeah.
And also the home invasion that was shown earlier in the night.
Yeah.
Because we all want it. We all want that heel turn for him.
Yeah.
But it's just when Triple H pulls that trigger.
Yeah.
Um,
I think even if Drew doesn't get the belt, right, hypothetically, I think Cody as a heel champion, I think would work as well. Like if they keep the strap on him, if you know what I mean, if they do decide to do that as a heel, I think it would work for him because, mate, everybody's wanting it. You're getting the tease, and it's getting closer and closer. But it's just as you say, when they do that and flip the switch, and when that flip happens, I cannot fucking wait for it. I really can't because I think it's going to be so good. Right, moving on, we get Carmelo Hayes and Ilya Dragunov versus DIY. And Carmelo Hayes and Ilya Dragunov win this match. Your thoughts, my friend?
For me, this was match of the night.
Yep,
When
I was
you
going to
Ilya
say
Dragunov with a now babyface Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah.
Also, we know what those two can do.
Yeah, 100%, mate.
Individually, but as a tag team, wow.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Yeah.
The match delivered, and just when you thought DIY were going to get that win,
Yeah.
Dragunov comes in with his flying headbutt.
Yeah.
But the match delivered.
Mate, I can't add any more or any extra to it because it delivered. And for me, again, match of the night. Like we've seen what they could do against each other, and we could see what they could do together. And I'd love to see them two as a tag team going for the belts. And like against White
that
Six,
would be interesting.
No, you know what I mean? That would be because, like, I know we've spoken. We don't want to give too much away unless anyone's seen because of what's happened going forward. If you know what I mean, like and stuff. But I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes and if they do continually work as a tag. Final match of the evening was. Main event was White Six versus the MFTs, and this was for the tag belts, I believe.
Yes.
And the match ended in a no contest because there was quite a fair bit of interference from others.
Both sides.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I don't want the MFTs getting the tag titles, I'd like to keep the tag belts on the White Six.
Totally agree, mate.
And for a faction to be called My Family Tree.
Yeah, I know.
I can't get behind that.
I can't either, mate. I really can't.
It's literally one of the worst names you can call a faction.
Yep.
But I'm loving the whole Wyatt Six thing.
Oh yeah, mate.
Especially the spot with Nikki telling Eric Rowan to powerbomb her right outside the ring on top of them.
Yeah, and I thought, but for her to
that was a hell of a move.
Like as you say, to do that, but for her to tell him to do that, but then to have the trust. I know as we speak, is not like yes, such shit like this is rehearsed. Right, and stuff, but for her as a female to tell him to do that, but to still then take that spot and then deliver the spot and get back up and do her crazy shit like this, I'm sitting there thinking, well, wait a minute, what the fuck? She's just told him to do that. She's threw him over. He's threw her over, and then
she threw him over. She's tiny.
I know.
That's another fuck up.
It is, mate, but it's what it is. It's been a long fucking ass week, man. But know what? I'm loving where this dynamic is going, and I don't want to see them lose the belts. I'm loving where they're going with the direction of the tags, because everybody seems to be afraid of the Wyatt Six, and that's what they should be because who they are and everything else. But like you, I can't get behind the name My Family Tree, if that makes sense. I really can't. I'm like thinking, what the actual hell? But for them to put up a match, yeah, great. But I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes with the rest of the teams. From obviously you had interference from both sides, but I'm looking forward to seeing where the tag belts go going forward, because you've got obviously DIY, you've got Fraxium, you've got potentially Carmelo Hayes and Eli Dragunov if they become a tag team to go for the belts. You know what I mean?
You've got the Machine Guns.
MCC, they've not actually. I know they don't do rematches, but I don't think they've actually had a technical rematch from when they lost the belts. So, you know what I mean? The tag division on SmackDown, I think, is far superior to Raw, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
And it's great to see. Like, I would love Motor City Machine Guns to have their old theme, and I go on about it every time because I love their old theme. But I don't know if it's because of infringement and stuff, if you know what I mean. Because when they're in TNA, they're not allowed to use that because of whatever else and that. But I would rather them coming out to that than what they're currently coming out to. But that it is what it is. I don't think I could add anything else. Can you add anything else to anything?
I mean, I think there is one more thing. The feud between the MFTs and the Wyatt Six.
Oh.
I think the next match.
Yep.
Both families banned from ringside.
Now, mate, that would be interesting because they're banned, no one else can get involved, and that would make the fight go on.
And lock them in a steel cage.
Oh, mate. I love it. I absolutely love it. Whether they do it is a different matter, but, you know, it is what it is.
Triple H paying attention? Maybe he can take some notes?
I know. If he is, yeah, great. If he isn't, well, someone else take some notes because... Like, I know there's stuff we talk about and we say it each week, right? And obviously when John's on, we'll chat about shit. But then we've been on, and then the following week, what we've spoke about actually happens on Raw. And you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
And you're trying to not get big-headed and whatever else. It goes, well, we actually mentioned that. But then they're like, especially when with El Grande Americano and the Los Americanos. And they did the point. We'd mentioned that, 2 weeks before? And then they did the point 2 weeks later. And we're all like, well, fuck, I did the point. And then we were like, well, yeah, we referenced that. And there's no guarantee that anyone is watching.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Spider-Man did that better.
Oh, totally did. 100%, mate. So I appreciate anyone who has been watching along to us waffling crap and me butchering 5 or 6 different things. And thank you again, Alex, for joining me whilst we waffle through SmackDown, Raw and NXT. Now, obviously, because Christmas is coming up and everything else, myself, John and Alex, hopefully if John is available, we will be back on the 18th of January because we're taking time off over the Christmas period. So that will be a very long pod because we will have like 3 weeks worth of SmackDown, Raw and NXT and potentially New Year's Eve and whatever else in between to go through. But from all of us here at Wrist Locks and Long Talks, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year when it comes. Myself and Craig will be back on the 14th of January. I can't remember who the guest is. I'm really, really sorry. I really can't, and Craig will kill me, but that is what it is. But thank you again, everyone, for joining us. You will see myself and Craig on the 14th of January, myself, Alex and John on the 18th, and have a great time during the festive season. Peace out, and let's go and have no more fun.
Let's get far with the turkey.
Oh, let's get far with the turkey and steak pie. On that note, everyone, thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you